Okay, audio is live, and we should be going live in 5 seconds.
Look at that.
Yeah. Hello, Internet. It is another Saturday and another weekend with these two assholes.
Yeah. Your favorite Richards, of course.
Your two favorite Richards. Do you at least have a cup that we can do the thing with?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
You
yeah,
ready?
yeah. I'm always ready.
1, 2, 3. Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh. Mm.
You seem to be moving a little bit more slowly today.
Cheers, guys. Yes. I caught it. I caught it, guys. I caught the coof.
Oh, no.
Yep. Yep. It's definitely something I want to talk about. It's not the worst I've ever felt. Wasn't that bad, really. But I don't know. Let's talk about it after we
Yeah.
roll that intro.
I'm going to go ahead and push the button.
Yeah.
And welcome back. So I'm just hitting my microphone here. Gotta turn up my gain just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to thank all you guys that have stopped by in the chat. I know there's another big kind of most of the guys that follow me also follow this other YouTuber, and he's doing a live stream right now, and so I appreciate all of you that have come by and given us a like and hanging
Nice.
out. Spec Ops, so you caught the seasonal flu? Yes. Pretty much. And in fact, I've had worse flus than this, for sure. For
Okay.
sure.
Before you get into the nitty gritty, I have to push a different button.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Tell us how it felt and what happened and what exactly was going on.
Yeah, no, my roommate, he was sick, and he tested positive for it, for the coof. And I don't know, a few days later, uh I got done in the gym. I got in my car,
Hmm.
and I was like, I have a massive headache. Like, I was fine in the gym. I was is the whole time in the morning, like, but as soon as I was finished, I got done, like, I went out to my car and I sat down. I was just like, oh, well, holy shit. Just massive headache out of nowhere. And then by the time I got to work, I had started feeling really fevery.
Ooh.
And so, go ahead.
I was just reacting to that.
Yeah. And so I didn't go inside. I just, like, I texted my VP. I was like, I'm feeling like shit. I'm not gonna go inside. I'm not gonna, risk getting anyone sick. So I just came home and I just kind of waited out the fever. Um, and it was a 24-hour fever.
Hmm.
It broke really fast. Um, but the worst part of this whole thing is that I have been so, like, exhausted, so fatigued from Tuesday till today.
Hmm.
Just, it takes so much energy to just do anything. Um, and, like, I have a little bit of stuffed up nose right now. Um, and I had, like, a slight cough. That's it. But it's just like, I'm so lethargic. That's the worst part. It's what I hate the most. So, but is it like a deathly ill thing? No,
Well,
no.
it
This is
does
pretty tame.
it does kill people, but you probably had the less volatile uh, whatever stupid variant we're on now. Got to catch them all.
Yeah, to catch them all.
Like
Yeah,
Pokemon, right?
yeah. I don't know. Well, and you know what? What else is also fucked up, Ike, is that my roommate, he got the wokey pokey with the boosters,
Oh, he's
and
got everything.
But our symptoms were exactly the same. I
Like,
he got the fatigue, he got the fever, the slight cough, a little bit of stuffed upness, but he had the vax. I did not, and it was the exact same thing.
but he went through all the rigmarole and
Right.
followed the guidelines from the overlords at the government.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the Pokemon.
The
That's good.
Pokemon.
That's good.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh
Uh,
man. Well,
Goddamn.
so let's well since we're talking about COVID, I think almost everything we have today
Yeah.
is COVID related.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull up our new what is it? Our new computer overlay that we got here.
Look at that. Look at that.
So I kind of copied, sort of copied the Lotus Eaters podcast a little bit. To they inspired me to make this setup here. So we've got here Kid Rock threatens to cancel any concert on his tour if there are COVID-19 protocols. I haven't listened to Kid Rock since fucking high school, and that was like
Yeah.
2004.
Yeah. It's the same with me.
Apparently he has a new song out that's like got some expletives towards Joe Biden and is like anti-Fauci and shit.
Good.
But he's apparently got a 24 city tour set up. And so here it says Kid Rock says he won't perform anywhere in his 2022 Bad Reputation tour if there are COVID-19 protocols in place. I essentially only highlighted the stuff that Kid Rock said because I don't give a shit what this news outlet thinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. You're going to be getting your money back because I won't be showing up either. If you think I'm going to sit out there and say, "Don't tell me how to live," we the people, while people are holding up their effing vaccine cards and wearing masks, that shit ain't happening.
Awesome.
And then we actually scratched Buffalo, New York off the list because of that, and Toronto, Canada, and several other cities we were looking at. I don't want to deal with that shit either, and I know you don't.
Hell yeah.
I did leave this in because it says scientists say wearing masks, especially N95 and KN95 masks, help reduce the spread of the virus, and vaccines are proven to be both safe and effective at helping reducing a person's chances of getting the virus and decreasing their chances of becoming severely ill and or hospitalized. The only reason I left that in is because this has drastically changed in the last year. Because it
Yeah.
says getting the vaccine, it said you wouldn't get it, or they said you had a great lesser chance of getting it. Now you have a lesser chance of getting sick.
Right.
So
That line about reduce a person's chances of getting the virus. No. No, that's been debated and proven wrong
Mhm.
time and time again. And yeah, spreading it while you still have the vaccine, yeah, this has been talked about already so much. That's just wrong.
Let's see, you've got two more things here. I'm not trying to sell tickets on this. I'm not trying to sell tickets. Oh, this is the last tour. You better come out and see me, but I very well could be for the unforeseen future. I really don't know for the unforeseen future if we'll be doing a big tour again. So he says this could potentially be his last tour.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, go ahead.
sorry. No, I'm deleting someone out of the chat.
Oh, okay. Fun.
Um,
Is it like a bot or something?
yeah. Yeah. Well, and this kind of bullshit just kind of see. I mean, if the government could just pull this out of their ass anytime they want and just shut the country down, like why would you go out and you know
Well,
like put all this money into something that might just get shut down?
yeah. Well, the other thing is like a lot of these mandates are arbitrary. It's
Yeah.
like a lot of places where putting into effect curfews. Well, COVID doesn't fucking COVID doesn't what's the word doesn't affect people after it only affects people between like 11 p.m. and like 10 a.m. So
Right.
people can't go outside. No, it's fucking
Yeah.
arbitrary and stupid.
Yeah. It was funny too. I was in the line outside of the uh that's not the hospital, but it's like a care center or whatever.
It's like, yeah.
And everyone outside had their masks on. It was pathetic, except for me, of course. And man, there was this family had like two young kids, and I mean these kids were tiny, and they had fucking masks on them,
Mm-hmm.
And there was this little boy. He was probably like two, maybe at the most, and they're shoving these things up his nose to test him and everything. It's like, get him the fuck out of here. Get that stupid mask off his fucking face.
Well, yeah. What is it?
And the other kid couldn't have been more than 4.
The younger you get, the less likely you're going to have of contracting it, or even dying from it, or having any kind of ill effect from it. So it's fucking stupid.
Yeah. It's yeah. It's funny but sad at the same time.
Yeah.
How, you're outside and it's like it was a beautiful day, there was a slight wind, like it was great. It's beautiful outside. And everyone's sitting there 6 feet apart at least with their stupid fucking masks on. It's like, get out of here. God, you fucking. And I hate using this thing, the sheeple, the sheep.
No,
But it's
yeah.
like that's what they're doing, dude. It's just like, god damn. Yes, yes, government. Yes, yes, mandate. I will do whatever you say.
Yes, yes, please. Yes,
God.
please. Just bend over. Just tell me how far you're going to stick it in. In fact, speaking of that, the since the Olympics are coming up again, they are implementing, because I think they're happening in China or something like that, or I can't
God.
remember exactly where, but they're implementing the way that they were doing the COVID tests for the athletes was a through the rear.
I
they
was
were
wondering when it was going to get to that point.
they were swabbing people's assholes last time, and they're going to bring it back. They're literally taking it up the ass for COVID.
That's sad. And this is why we say sheeple. Like, come on, dude. Come on. Nope.
Literally
Nope.
taking it up the ass for COVID.
God damn. That's pathetic. Pathetic.
I for
Yeah.
one, am looking forward to the gulags that we're all going to be in. We should start our own soccer club.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. We all have to wear masks while doing it with a face shield, with
Oh,
gloves.
just this last week was like Holocaust Remembrance Day. I don't like just to bring in like the camp thing here. And there was a thing from, I think it was PragerU or somebody, a video I watched where they were interviewing people. There was a study that came out that said most people under the age of 30 don't know what the Holocaust is. And they even asked people. There was a video I watched where they're asking people where they didn't know what the fuck the Holocaust was, and then they asked them how many Jews were killed in the Holocaust. How many people do you think died in the Holocaust?
Me? You're
Yeah,
asking me?
yeah.
I thought it was over like 6 million.
It was roughly 6 million people, and
Yeah.
that's the provable deaths.
Right. Right.
And like the thing is, these people are now turning 30, and they're going to be the ones that are going to be voting for and running for office and running this country. And they're like, oh, we don't see anything wrong with throwing people in camps. Like back in World War II, we even threw Japanese Americans into internment camps here in America. And that's
See how
fucked
well
up.
that turned out?
Yeah.
Yep. And see, this is something that people don't fucking get. And George Carlin said this really, really well. He said, you have temporary privileges. You don't have rights
Mm-hmm.
because they can be taken away from you at any fucking point in time. Look what's happening now. Japanese Americans in the 40s during World War II, black people just didn't start it out with nothing. you know, it's I mean, they had to fight and fight and fight and fight to get any kind of rights.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, and to say that the government won't do that to your group, even if you're in charge, come on,
I
please.
I was talking to the significant other earlier, the girlfriend, and we were talking. She was talking about her job and how all the COVID mandates and everything were fucking with her and making her job harder. And I'm like, because they can't even like, even though there's set mandates in place, they can't. Everybody within like the board of directors for the place that she works can't agree on anything specific. They can't agree on anything specific that like this is how we're going to handle this now. And because I think they have like several of the kids that she works with are out with due to being COVID positive, and some of them are even out for being in contact with the COVID positive people.
Damn, that's
But
funny.
speaking of kids, this was one I found today on my way home to do the podcast. Oregon Health Authority begins filing permanent COVID-19 rules.
So let me explain this a little bit because I did read into this a little bit.
Okay.
So I think here in Oregon, every 180 days they have to like refile this. They have to refile the
Yep.
mask mandate and blah blah blah. This is basically making it so they just don't have to do that. So they can be lazy and just keep it around
It's
until they decide it's okay for you to take off your mask.
It's this one right here. It's permanent rules can be replaced by state agencies, which happened in 2021 before the Delta variant began to surge. By definition, temporary rules are only valid for 180 days.
Right.
The problem here
So,
is this title. The title of this article is misleading
yes.
because it says here the Oregon Health Authority says it expects to file permanent rules on Friday for mask requirements in K to 12 schools, as well as vaccination requirements for educators and staff.
Right.
So this is talking about the kids, which
Yeah.
we don't need masks because it doesn't affect them. The masks are affecting them more than COVID is because of development. Like kids aren't going to be able to read facial cues or people's facial expressions to be able to tell what the
Yep.
fuck they're saying or what their fucking mood is or how they're in the inflection in like a word or something because they can't fucking see the bottom part of somebody's fucking face.
Right. Right. And you know, damn, kids with anxiety already are going to have more anxiety now because I can't tell if they're smiling. I can't tell this or that. What do I do? How do I respond properly? Ah, God. I get it. That's stupid.
So this when I was reading this article, this line right here, at Friday's briefing, Dr. Seidlinger underlined that permanent rules can be loosened or rescinded as conditions change. I couldn't help but fucking laugh at that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
In fact, it reminded me of a tweet that I saw on one of our Discord channels. It was this one. And it says, this is from Elon Musk, and it says, and in the darkness bind them. It says COVID emergency powers, and it's the ring. And then it says
Yeah.
the government on Bilbo's face. And it's like, why shouldn't I keep it?
Yeah. That's beautiful.
And so it also says here the statewide indoor mask mandate, a temporary rule, is currently set to expire on February 8th.
Yeah, yeah.
That is what? How
That will
many?
not expire.
Like how many days from now is that? That's
A little over a
a
week.
little over a week, yeah. So I'm 100% certain God Lord Kate Brown, how will it be her name? Like God,
Yeah.
whatever, she's not going to allow that to fucking go away.
No. No, she's not. She loves her little power tripping lesbian.
Reminds me of the sticker that I have here. Obedience with glory to mommy.
Oh, I'm sorry. She's not a lesbian. She's bisexual. She does have a husband. Yes. She
God
certainly looks the
damn it.
part though.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, I just come down really quickly.
Okay. I
This is so
have
funny. It's God.
I have something a little sad here. So we talked about this. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago, a few months ago, actually. I think we talked about it in October when it happened. So there was that Washington State police officer or Washington State patrol officer that resigned and told Jay Inslee to kiss his ass in his final whatever. He died on Friday due to complications from COVID-19.
Really?
Yeah. I read the article and there was no info about how he died or if COVID was the cause of death. I read it twice to find any information and all it talked about was his resignation and then how people supported him and how people didn't support him and then how many people in the government lost their jobs due to these mandates or whatever. I couldn't find shit about how he died or any kind of information about where he.
I mean, it does say it in the highlights up there, right under the title.
Let's see here. Died of COVID-19. LeMay had previously
Robert
made a
LeMay.
video. Blah blah blah. Washington.
Right above that.
Who resigned after serving 22 years with the state patrol died. It doesn't say. It just says died from the virus. It doesn't say. It doesn't give us any specifics.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he had any other conditions.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
don't have any. I didn't go through and
And
highlight this one because I didn't have a whole lot of time. But I
and
just
you can apparently die from the virus even if you're in like a motorcycle accident.
exactly or falling off a ladder or something. But
Right.
yeah, you
Right.
remember the video. We don't need to watch it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
But this article was like not good.
Well, of course it's not.
Oh, who's this by? This is the Daily Mail. Makes sense.
Yeah. No, they're all about the
But
lockdowns and making you take it up the ass.
well, he died. He died for doing something that he believed in. He believed that the mandates shouldn't have been mandated, and he didn't believe that he needed to get the jab. He took
Yeah.
his life into his own hands and not letting the government tell him what to fucking do.
Amen. Good for him.
So I'm gonna give him a farewell send off. I'm gonna push a button for the flag.
Okay.
All I have to say is
There you
kiss
go.
my ass, Jay Inslee.
Yeah. And Kate Brown.
And fucking Kate
Gavin
Brown.
Newsom.
Gavin Newsom. Yeah, he needs to suck a dick.
The fucking trio of terror.
Yeah.
I just made that up. I don't
The
know.
trio of terror. Like
Yeah.
it's what is that? The left coast.
Yeah. It really is.
Like when I was in high school, I kept telling everybody, I'm like, "There's a reason that Oregon is on the left side of the map."
Always, yeah, it always has been, generally.
Yep.
Fuck those
Okay.
guys.
Let's see. Let's see here. Where are we at? We're only at. This is probably going to be a shorter episode today because we
Yeah.
didn't have a whole lot from this week.
Oh boy.
Let's see. I think is this the one? No, this isn't the one that you brought up.
Well, that's part of it, but I did the Joni Mitchell one.
I know I had it here. I think I may have. Let me just pull it back up. Oh yeah, there it was. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
That's the one right there. Found it. Can we put this? Can we do a bitches make me sick on this one?
Yeah, of course.
Bitch.
Yep.
I love that intro. Okay, I'm just gonna start this with saying, who is Joni Mitchell,
Yeah.
and why do I fucking care?
I've heard the name. You know, I know who Neil Young is,
Yeah,
and I've heard of Joni Mitchell, but how are they relevant?
they're
don't know.
not.
Right.
They are not
Right.
relevant at all. Like Neil Young, like I couldn't name a Joni Mitchell song to save my life. I couldn't even name a Neil Young song to save my life. I actually listened to some Joni Mitchell before we started, and I turned it off like 20 seconds in because it was total and utter trash. Like
Boring.
it was not good. Like holy fuck. Like
Damn.
it's like these people grew up and they made music in the counterculture who were against the government telling people what they could do.
Yeah.
And now they're telling people what they should do. They're like, "Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to take our shitty music off of your shitty platform."
Go
Fuck
ahead.
them.
Yeah.
And
These, yeah, fuck them. Let them go. These arrogant little fucking pricks. I don't care. I don't care because they're gonna lose money, and people are gonna, be like, yeah, fuck you. I'm not gonna listen to your music. I'm not gonna buy your music. None of that stuff.
yeah.
Someone was, I can't. It was another stream I was listening to, I think, or some other video. They were talking about Neil Young and how
Mhm.
he came to like a town that did like oil refinery stuff, and he goes on stage and tells them all what pieces of shit they are for, contributing to the oil machine, the military industrial complex and all that kind of crap.
Wow.
And yeah, so it's these stars, these musicians and stuff are just so disconnected with reality.
Mhm.
They just don't know what it's like to be like grounded. You know, you don't. These fucking idiots don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Don't listen to them. Fuck them.
Well, so the reason that Joni Mitchell's pulling her stuff from Spotify is because they are platforming Joe Rogan and the people that come on his show, because
Right.
Joe Rogan platforms anybody and everybody willing to have a conversation.
Yeah.
So what's the problem with allowing people that don't normally get a platform to have a platform? What's the statement? The best sunlight is the best disinfectant.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yep.
if like these people that are having these opinions about things, I want to hear their opinions because I want to know what they're saying so I can notice to avoid them. If I can't hear what they're saying because they're being outed from these platforms, I will seek them out. I will want to hear what they're saying, but for the
Yeah.
most part, just ignore them and they'll go away.
Oh yeah. Totally. Totally.
Well, there was also this. I don't know who the fuck this is. Chris Gaines pulling his music from Spotify to protest Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh, it's Garth Brooks's alter ego.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, really? One off
Yeah.
fictional rock. Oh, I think it's a joke. I think this is just a joke.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I didn't look into it. I found it like seconds before the show. But I also found this one and I thought it was funny. I've never listened to a Joe Rogan podcast in my life, but now I kind of want to.
Good. You should. You should.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. What was this
Well,
one?
and he's he's not a biased guy. He tries to take a middle of the road approach. I know the leftists will definitely refute that and argue, but as with most things in life, they're 100% wrong, childish, and arrogant and ignorant, and they want to stay that way.
Mm-hmm.
So don't listen to fuckers like that. Don't listen to fuckers like that.
They
This,
want Papa Government to tell them what to
yeah,
do.
yeah, which is funny because they weren't like that, 30 years ago, 20 years ago. You know,
Yeah.
it, it's so weird how far and fast it shifted. But yeah, anyway, what does this one say here?
Oh, this is an interesting one. This one says Neil Young and Joni Mitchell versus Joe Rogan. Millions of young people are learning what Gen X always knew. The 1960s/70s counterculture was never really about freedom of speech.
Ooh, ooh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, it's a really good statement. What is the second tweet here? He replied to himself. It says, I say, with all due respect to the music of Joni Mitchell, this live rendition of Woodstock's 1970 is beautiful and inspiring, but doesn't mean her political takes 52 years ago are on point. Yeah, like I keep telling people, you can make good music and still have shitty politics. I'll still listen to your music if you make good music. Just don't be a dick. Like,
That's impossible. Like,
yeah, well, Green Day. I like Green Day's music, but I fucking hate Billy Armstrong, wherever the fuck that fucker's name is. Fuck
yeah.
that guy. That guy's an actual piece of shit.
I'm gonna read some of the chat
Yeah,
here. I
go
haven't been
for
looking
it.
at it. Let's go. See, all for this. Today's kids are soy weaklings. Yeah. It's an excuse for the elite to amass all the power at the top. That's what it's always been about, Eric. I mean, in a way, this could probably be thought of as a test. Like, how far can we push these fuckers? You need to wear 2 masks now.
I've been saying that this entire time. They're
Yeah,
just testing the American populace. This, like, because their man didn't win the last time for the last presidential thing. We want to see what we can fucking do to force these people to do what we ask them to do. See how malleable they are. And
yeah,
these idiots, that these COVIDiots, I guess is a good way to call them, are just rolling over and let Papa government shove it up their ass.
yeah, yeah. And I've talked about this before. I mean, the TSA is another good example.
Yes.
That was put in place because big time terrorism going on. We need heightened security. We need more hands on deck to make sure this doesn't happen again. There's not really a whole lot of terror threat going on right now that I know of.
Nope.
So why isn't the TSA gone? Nice.
Yeah.
Kicking the cans around
Yeah,
everywhere
yeah. I knocked the pile over.
there. um, but yeah, I mean, they're never gonna go away now. And having to do the scanny thing where you put your arms up or get a super personal pat down
I I was
is just the norm now.
I was going through PDX one time, and they did a one off inspection. Like they'll random people, they'll randomly inspect people or whatever. And there was this old lady, looked like 70, maybe 80 or something. And I look at my brother, I'm like, I feel so much safer now that they got that terrorist off the streets.
Yep.
And
Yep.
those like full body scanners, like they don't leave anything to the imagination.
No.
You can actually buy shirts that have metal printed on them, and it
Yeah.
has the illegal search and seizure constitutional amendment printed on it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Because
But I mean, yeah.
the way they get around that is the TSA isn't a government institution; it's a private company that the government contracts.
Yeah, see, another private company just like the banks, just like the prisons, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
Fuck the government. Fuck the government.
Trini said a good thing here. They can't control the present, so they try to take the future. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And
That's a good way
it's
to put it.
yeah, and I mean that's what the left's trying to do too, for sure.
Ah,
Uh
Carl just said it was the Fourth Amendment was the illegal search and seizure. I don't have
right.
those things like
No.
memorized.
Yeah.
Let's see
We have
here.
failed spectacularly. Yeah. I'd worry more about the stores running dry.
555 in California for gas.
Gas. Jesus.
Holy fuck.
God damn. Ugh.
Wow. Jesus. How can anybody live in California? Like, why would you
I don't
choose
know.
that?
I don't know. It's well, I mean, it's kind of hard to get out right now, too. Right, Timothy? Like he's been trying to get away for ever, but like a one-way U-Haul is thousands of dollars,
Well, yeah,
some shit like that.
you can't find U-Hauls in the state of California because they're all like going out. If you do
Right.
find one, it's like It's a miracle.
God damn. All right, what's this?
I just found this. This is from the Babylon Bee. Joe Biden beats out Brussels sprouts for America's least favorite vegetable.
Oh man. God damn it.
Oh my god, that's so good. Oh yeah, I said this was going to be a shorter show because we didn't have a whole lot of stuff pulled up. There was
And
some.
I am exhausted.
Yeah,
already.
yeah. There was something I
What were you
had
gonna say?
thought about pulling up, but it might take me way too long to find it, so I'm not even going to try.
Timothy says U-Haul will no longer rent one-way trucks.
Oh, wow.
Ryder also. Damn. Polska Bob, Hamster in Town Monday. Send me a Discord. That's a little too short notice for me, Bob. Maybe we can do it some other time. And I'm sick as shit right now.
Yeah, he's got the vid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not contagious anymore, but yeah, it's just way too short notice too.
I forgot to do this. I want to give Kate Brown, Jay Inslee, and Gavin Newsom the biggest piece of shit award.
Thank you.
Thank you. I totally
Thank
forgot to do that. I forgot to pull that out earlier. Okay.
Yeah, fuck them.
Well, I'm out of stuff on my end. If there's anything else you want to talk about.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna go lay down or something.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If we say anything that's factually incorrect, like Carl did earlier, go ahead and please correct us. You can send us an email at seriouslycast@gmail.com. You can put a comment down below the video here. You can even tweet at us at seriouslycast on Twitter. We're on Instagram as well at seriouslycast. Also, make sure to twirl your Tweety.
Hang on, let me get to. There we go. I don't know if it's focused, but
that's good enough.
Yeah, twirl your Tweety. You can still see it. Fuckers.
Yeah, it works. Who cares?
So.
Okay, well, that's it for this week. We will see you guys next time.
Take care, everybody.
See ya. I hope you feel better.
I will. It'll
okay.
just take some time.
All right, see you guys.